All right, let's dive into a saying from Jesus that honestly can sound a little terrifying. The idea that one day we're going to be judged by our own words. So what's that really all about? Let's unpack the context and figure it out together.
And here it is, Matthew 12:37. For by your words you will be acquitted, and by your words you will be condemned. Wow, I mean, that's heavy, right? It sounds like every single thing we say is under this massive microscope. So what on earth could this mean?
Okay, so to get this, context is absolutely everything. This line wasn't dropped in the middle of some calm, peaceful sermon on a hillside. Nope, this was said during a super tense, face-to-face confrontation with the religious leaders.
So, the scene is set, and it is tense. You've got the Pharisees, the religious leaders, and they're coming at him with some really serious accusations. First, they say his disciples are breaking the Sabbath. Okay, but then they escalate, big time. They claim his power actually comes from Satan. I mean, can you imagine? And Jesus' response? It is anything but mild. He calls them a brood of vipers and hits them with, "How can you, who are evil, say anything good?" This was a sharp, direct, no-holds-barred rebuke.
So you see, this whole statement about words wasn't just some random rule he threw out there. It was a direct response to them in that moment. The real issue, the core of the problem, was that the Pharisees had already hardened their hearts. They were purposefully, intentionally speaking lies against him.
And to explain his point, Jesus does something brilliant. He uses this really simple but incredibly powerful analogy that perfectly illustrates the connection between who we are on the inside and what we show on the outside.
He breaks it down with this idea of a tree and its fruit. Step 1, you know a tree by the fruit it produces, right? Simple enough. So, step 2, what that tree makes on the outside? Well, step 3, that's what reveals what it truly is on the inside. A good tree gives you good fruit. A bad tree, you get bad fruit. You just can't separate them. It's that simple.
And this is where he brings it all home. He takes that powerful tree and fruit analogy and connects it directly to us, to people. He uses it to explain the exact same relationship between our inner self, what he calls the heart, and the words that come out of our mouths.
Now, we got to be clear about what the heart means here. He's not just talking about feelings or emotions. In this context, the heart is like the control center. It's the very source of your values, your attitudes, your deep down true character. It's basically the treasure chest of who you are.
And all of this builds to a central point, the line that ties it all together. For the mouth speaks what the heart is full of. Think about that. Our words aren't just random. They're the overflow. They're what spills out from what's already packed inside of us.
And he makes it even clearer by showing two sides of the coin. A good person, he says, brings good things out of the good that's stored up inside them. But an evil person, well, they bring evil things out of the evil that's stored up. So our words, they become the evidence. They show everyone what we've actually been storing in that treasure chest of our hearts.
Okay, this brings us to a really important clarification. It is so easy to hear all this and take it the wrong way. So let's be crystal clear about what this verse does not mean.
And that leads to a huge question, right? Can I just say the right things and poof, I'm a righteous person? Is it like some kind of magic password? And the answer is a huge, emphatic no. Absolutely not. Jesus was not saying that mouthing the right words is what makes you righteous. That completely misses the entire point he's making.
Here's the key takeaway. Words are the evidence of what's in the heart. They're not the cause. They're like a diagnostic tool, like the check engine light for our soul. The nasty things the Pharisees were saying, that was just evidence, proof, that their hearts had already rejected him. In the end, you just can't hide what's really in your heart. Sooner or later, it's going to come out when you speak. So that's the ancient context. But what does this mean for us, right here, right now? How does this teaching hold up a mirror to our own lives? When you boil it all down, it comes to this one simple, powerful truth. Our words are a direct reflection of our hearts, plain and simple. What we say shows the world who we really are. And that points straight to accountability, doesn't it? It means we're accountable for what we say, because we're accountable for what's in our hearts. The two are completely linked. You can't have one without the other.
So I'll leave you with this question to think about. If your words from today, just today, were the only evidence in the courtroom, what would they say about your heart? What would they reveal that you truly treasure?